Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Steve coming back with another video. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Like I say, I'm still stuck up here in the dark. It's all right. Hey, I'm still covered and protected by the Most High, y'all. I got candles. Got my candles. I got about 8 candles around. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like I'm somewhere back in the day, in the country somewhere in a wooden cabin or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's just something else, y'all. Hey, I'm still thinking the Most High in Christ. He is good. So I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I hope everybody had a good Sabbath. So we're going to get into it. Oh, hey, by the way, brothers and sisters, for those that are new to the channel, once again, we utilize the King James Version Bible here. It's the closest record to our ancestors' record. It's translated by the Hebrew tongue to the Greek, all the way to the English, okay? So those of you who may not be familiar, let me just show y'all one more time. And, brothers and sisters, I like to do this to show what we're using over here, okay? So this is what we use. Now, we also use the King James Version Apocrypha, translated from our brother King James, so we could have this record. King James basically reigned over Britain, Scotland, Ireland, okay? Britain, Ireland, and Scotland, and he composed these records, compiled all the information that we need to have what we have today, so that we could have some correction knowledge in the gospel in these times, okay? So this is a beautiful thing to have these records in this hour, okay? All right. So once again, brothers and sisters, if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. Hey, you never know. I mean, you never know who's seeking information to understand, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for y'all. I like teaching. I like helping folks, and guess what? That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna do the work, and the work in itself is plenteous. So hey, we gonna do it. Okay, so love y'all once again. I'm thankful that I'm here to be in front of y'all. So let's get to it, brothers and sisters. So what I like to discuss is what I want to go into tonight is I want to talk about dispensationalism. Now, some of you may be familiar with this. I'm pretty sure of it if you're in the truth. At least you should have knowledge of dispensationalism, the Rapture Doctrine. Okay? Dispensationalism, the Rapture Doctrine. And I have some notes here and some information here, guys. So you guys got to forgive me here. Like I said, I've been writing in the dark, and I always like to keep my notes close to me when I'm writing. I always keep a pen in my hand. I'm always writing notes. Ideas is coming and flowing, and trying to structure something for you. Now, for the new subscribers to this channel that are learning, take your time. Go with the flow. Once again, get yourself a King James Version Bible so that you can follow along. And Apocrypha, you can go online, you can order one. You can go to certain bookstores to find Apocrypha. So they are there. Sometimes they're hard to find, sometimes not. If you really want to get it right away, go online, go to Amazon, order you one, and be at your house probably 7 to 14 days. So there it is. Okay. Now, brothers and sisters, what I'm going to go into tonight is I'm going to go into the Apocrypha. Okay, we're going to go and touch upon Edras, second Edras, chapter 13. Okay, we're going to tackle second Edras, chapter 13. Okay, so the question that I pose for y'all is Rapture Doctrine, dispensationalism, pre-trib, futurism. There's a lot of different names for what we call end time prophecy in terms of how the church is going to be removed when Christ cracks the atmosphere. Okay. You also have what I call this train of thought that in modern Christian theology, we've been taught that once again, when Christ comes back, He cracks an atmosphere. You know, that he's going to come gather the church and we all going to be floating up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was all taught. You know what I mean? And guess what? There's still a lot of Christians that still believe that. Okay. You also have an author, or I guess he's an author, or he's a motivational. Well, he ain't no motivational speaker. I guess he's a Christian. He's a Christian Jesuit, in my opinion. Tim LaVey, I believe. He has that Left Behind series, that movie, and that book, I believe. I mean, I read it years ago, so I'm well aware of it. So this is the doctrine that's kind of been pushed in mainstream Christian theology. Okay, and most Christians, especially in some of your bigger churches, they also follow that particular train of thought. Okay, let's see here. So John Nelson Darby. Okay, John Nelson Darby. Now, John Nelson Darby was a preacher. Okay, he's tasked or known as the father, and I say more so the initiator of that particular theology. Okay, dispensationalism, futurism, and pre-tribulation rapture. His name, once again, is John Nelson Darby, and he is known as the father / what I call the initiator of that particular ideology. Okay, in mainstream modern Christian theology. Okay. Also, too, if you guys look up, you have what they call eschatology. Okay, once again, you have what they call eschatology. Now, someone that is interested in eschatology is someone who specializes and studies futuristic events, prophecy, theologian prophecy, so on and so forth. Now, most people carry that title that specializes in the study of end time prophecy. Okay, that would be one that would be known as an eschatologist. Okay, so there it is, brothers and sisters. Like I said, you can do the research, look up some of that stuff I said, and just go with the flow. All right. So, brothers and sisters, without further delay, what I like to do is I want to get into 2nd Edras chapter 13. And then once again, as I'm reading, I'll expound here and there to give some understanding. And hey, we just going to get to it. All right. All right, let's roll. Y'all get your notes if you like. That's fine. If you want to just sit back and listen, that's cool also. It's all good. All right, brothers and sisters. So once again, we're going to get into 2nd Edras chapter 13. Okay. 2nd Edras chapter 13. And for some of the new subscribers that may not know, once again, Edras is also known as Ezra in the Old Testament. So when you go in your King James Version Old Testament and you see Ezra, in the Apocrypha, Ezra is known as Edras or Edras, however you choose to pronounce that, okay? That's on you. It's all good. Talking about the same person, okay? All right, let me get a sip of water before I start, y'all. All right, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Once again, I'm thankful to be here with y'all. The Most High is good, and we're gonna roll on out. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, and hey, we're gonna get it. Let's roll. Chapter 13. 2nd Edras, chapter 13. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, And lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heavens. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. Like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. A multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Now, durst is dead, y'all. Durst, D-U-R-S-T is dead. So yet did fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry. Some of them were bound, and others, some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awakened and said, Thou hast showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaviness. Brothers and sisters, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. So, Edras is being shown the interpretation. And it states once again, brothers and sisters, it states, "For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that were not left were in heaviness." Brothers and sisters, this is the interpretation and truth being shown to Edras regarding the purging during the tribulation. And in the rapture, in the theology of, or more so the ideology of the Rapture Doctrine or dispensationalism, it is taught that Christ is coming to rescue the church, that will be saved from the tribulation. Whether before any of that, listen, guess what? Those of you who are thinking that Christ is coming back like that, you were taught wrong. See, during this particular period in time, it's stated that woes will come into the earth. So those that are in the earth during this particular time, the tribulation, will be in woe. They will be having issues. And listen, it's going to be chaotic, crazy. But guess what? It's going to be way worse for somebody that dies in that process. That's why it states here, it's much more woe unto them that are not left behind. So, brothers and sisters, it's better to be here and alive in the tribulation than to be removed from out of the tribulation. Because those that are removed out of the tribulation that are not left behind, they are in heaviness. For they that were not left were in heaviness. Heaviness is torment. Torment. See? Do you see the difference? Huh? See, a lot of us have been taught wrong. This is the truth. And Edras is being shown the interpretation. So the rapture doctrine is false. It's better to endure breathing. If you're not breathing, you're dead. See? And for those that are not left in the earth, that means what? They've been removed. Like you see it every day. Those that are in gross iniquity and sin are being removed from this earth. So guess what? Those people are what the Bible, what the Apocrypha states is as in heaviness. Because they didn't get the opportunity and chance to repent. See? Why you think Christ says, yo, I come quickly. I come like a thief, I come like a thief in the night. So guess what? We are to stay in a repentant state, a mind state, for real. Some of y'all looking for some magical event. Guess what? It ain't happening. At least it ain't happening like you think it is, or how you've been taught in modern Christian theology. dispensationalism, rapture doctrine, false. Okay? Now I understand. The things that are laid up in the latter days, which shall happen unto them and to those that are left behind. Right? Therefore, are they coming to great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things, that they pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days? And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I show thee. And I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required. Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind. This is the interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. See, brothers and sisters, those who endure through the torment, those who endure during the peril, have kept himself. See? Let's go. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. Now check this out, y'all. Here it go. Here it go, brothers and sisters. Know this, therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed. See that, brothers and sisters? Know this, therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. Brothers and sisters, did y'all hear that? So for all you new subscribers and believers that's learning, guess what? Toss out everything that you've learned in pagan Christianity and theology. Unlearn and relearn again. See? See why it's not always good to listen to your pastor? See why it's good for you to do the work yourself? See, I'm a teacher. Guess what? This ain't just for me. This is for y'all. That's right. Absolutely. So that we're not being deceived by doctrines of devils, false doctrine, seducing spirits. That's right. Brothers and sisters, you just heard it yourself. It's right here. See? And brothers and sisters, I'm not mad or anything, but what I'm saying is I'm stressing the importance of why people have been tossed to and fro constantly with lies. See? Ones that are left behind and endure through the perils and torments and the things that are about to come upon this earth, they are blessed. Right? And the ones that what? Are not left behind, they be dead. See? There it is. There it is. All right. I ain't got to say no more, huh? I ain't got to say no more. It is what it is. Now, brothers and sisters, the rest of this chapter 13 goes into, it talks about, it basically reaffirms Matthew 24. It talks about nation versus nation, race versus race, famines, pestilences, so on and so forth, okay? And you know what I like to read this to here is it does mention something regarding the northern tribes of Israel. It also talks about the northern tribes being taken over a year and a half away from their homeland into, forgive me, I always get the pronunciation kind of tricky. Let's see here. Arsareth. Arsareth. Arseth. Brothers and sisters, those who know, you already know. For those who don't know, look it up. New world. New world. Yeah, that's right. The 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, who Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land, right? But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, right? That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, right? And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. Brothers and sisters, a year and a half travel, that's a long time to get to a new place. A year and a half? Brothers and sisters, guess what? If you traveling a year and a half to get somewhere, guess what? You're going pretty far from your place of origin or the land or country you from. So, brothers and sisters, this is what happened to the 10 tribes that were taken a year and a half. See? There it is, brothers and sisters. The highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through. Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace, but those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders: Judah, Simeon, Benjamin, southern tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Simeon. Yeah, there it is. All right. All right. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters, let me go back up here real quick. Let me go back up here to verse 44. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth. Arsareth. That's the new world, brothers and sisters. The 10 tribes were removed through King Hosea, and they were taken. a year and a half from present-day Israel. So, brothers and sisters, I just kind of wanted to throw that in there. I just want to throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is history. So, but brothers and sisters, like I said, I didn't want to make this too long of a video. I just kind of wanted to expound and touch upon 2nd Edras chapter 13, the Rapture Doctrine, dispensationalism, the ideology behind it, the initiator or father, if you will, John Darby, John Nelson Darby. And so basically, that's about it. I encourage everybody to study. As the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. Okay, study to show thyself approved. Obviously, like I say, I mean, there's probably more I could have added, more I could have done. But like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long, guys. Once again, I thank the Most High in Christ for every single one of you. I send out the spirit of peace and rest. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. There is power, there's might in your walk and your faith. All glory to the Most High God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew, the God of the Gentile, the God of all gods, the Almighty I am that I am, Alpha Omega. Brothers and sisters, God bless y'all. Shalom. This brother Steve, I'm out. Peace. Stay up now. All right now.